first thank the board for your public service to our school district. I know this process has not been easy for you, and I truly appreciate all of your hard work and efforts. You have a big decision in front of you tonight. So, with that being said, I was a member of the review board committee, and I know I still have a lot of questions. Just one thing that popped out at me tonight was, at the review board meeting, we were told that only 2 classrooms would be needed, one at Orchard and one at Claremont. Now tonight, I think Mr. Stanley indicated that we may need classrooms at all 4 buildings. Also, we were given maybe like a 22-page document of a teacher survey. And some of the teachers that chose ESP as their preference was strictly based on the cost savings, because that's what they were told. So, I have 30 questions here alone, and I obviously do not have time to go through them. And I know there's a lot of other questions from people in our community. And it is clear to me that we're unprepared to make this decision tonight. So I'm asking you to take the time to answer them before you make this decision, and please consider tabling your decision tonight. In my seat, I noticed that some of the documents you have up there, they were not given to us at that review board meeting. So, we had 3 meetings. March 24th, April 6th, April 13th, or April 26th. You have new information. I can see it from here. So I don't know why we weren't given that, at the review board meeting. I think one of them is a new chart about classroom sizes. So it would have been nice for the review board meeting to have that information so that we could be more effective there. When I walked into the review board meeting, I expected that it would be a working meeting where we were actually going to look at 2 plans and work through them and analyze them and come up with, one of my questions here is, are we going to be, or, were you provided with a full cost analysis of the ESP model? Because that's what's being recommended tonight. So is a full costing analysis model provided to you right now? Is there? Okay. That's just one of my questions. Okay. The other question was, there has been indicated that there was a savings with the ESP plan. So my question is, were you provided with a forecast that projects the savings for the ESP model? You were? Okay, because we did not, and I'm glad you have that information because you are elected officials and you need that to make this decision tonight. But we in the review board meeting were not given that information. So I'm glad you have it, and I'd like to see it someday. One of my big questions was, why are we making this decision now when the state budget has not been finalized? We are going along with a lot of unknowns here, and one of them is the funding. We're not quite sure if that formula is going to be there the way it is now. We don't know. I think you estimated, you said like 14%, and that was higher than what you had originally planned. So that essentially eliminates the levy that was just passed, the money for the levy that was just passed. It completely eliminates it. And I think I heard that we have been looking at kindergarten for 12 years, and we weren't because of, we didn't have the funds, the changing demographics. Okay. But now we don't have that money, and when I talked to Todd, I think one time he told me we weren't able to look at it. Now that we passed the levy, it's something that we're able to look at. Well, now we're back to the drawing board. We really don't have that extra money to play with, essentially to add new programming, which will cost us money. So these are some of the things, Mr. Greenwald, that were, like I said, I have a list of 30 questions. I made copies for you tonight, too, to take home with you. Maybe,
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.